giving you this idea that we would take 5% of the balance sheet, $700 million, and our balance sheet will grow, but we want to do moonshots that will strengthen Ethereum's competitive position. So today we announced one of the moonshots, okay? You might be confused, so I'll explain to you why this is not confusing, okay? We made a $200 million investment into Beast Industries. I would say if someone said, what are you expecting to accomplish? If this was just like, hey, I'm going to make a $200 million bet into Beast, no brainer, okay? Because he is, I'm going to skip around. I'm going to jump. Because he is the iconic content creator of our generation. There is nobody more important to Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and Millennials. Now, I'm looking at the room, okay? I'm going to guess, okay, that the representative population of Gen Z, Gen Alpha is not here, okay? Because otherwise you guys would be using a lot of slang I don't understand. I see some millennials, but I see a lot of Gen X and a lot of baby boomers, okay? So the thing is that you might think that we have gone off the rails, but that's not the thing, okay? Mr. Beast is the #1 content creator in the world. And if you're not following how important he is, first of all, he has 1 billion followers, okay? 1 billion, there's 7 billion people on this planet. He has 1 in 7 people following him. But I'm going to say I only think there's 3 million people with internet accounts. He has 1/3 of all people that are on the internet following him. That's reach. For instance, he has the only person with more followers that are celebrities is Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, okay? And of all the creators, he's 1 billion. The next is, I can't really read the name. I need my magnifiers, okay. 300 million. He is a giant among content creators. In fact is, nobody's going to be able to become Mr. Beast again. I would say it's almost impossible for someone to, in the next 10 years, to get 1 billion followers. And he's created this organically. In fact, if you look at YouTube usage, Mr. Beast has more viewership than Walt Disney or Netflix or NBC or Paramount, Fox, Warner Brothers, or Amazon. Nobody's more watched in streaming world than Mr. Beast, okay? And think about that for a minute. And the Super Bowl, which is considered the global event, gets 256 million views on that event. Twice a month, Mr. Beast puts out a video, and each one gets 252 million views. His content is more watched than the Super Bowl, okay? So he has 535 million views a month out of his 1 billion followers. They are super engaged. And now he does all these collaborations. That's the key word. Okay? He collaborates with all these people that you might care about somewhere on this grid. Okay? But he does content with them. And guess what? Well, actually, let me just jump forward. Well, yeah, let me back up then. Okay, so that's where it comes with us. So again, I'm going to start with what I just said. So if it was just a $200 million investment, guys, this is a no-brainer. This guy is the most important content creator in the world. And BitMine was invited to invest in their capital structure. Look at who else is allowed to invest. Social Capital, which is Chamath, Alpha Wave. Mr. Beast himself, he owns 51% of the company. We're the largest corporate and strategic investor in his company. So we are big, okay? What do I think that investment's worth? Okay, I can make a forward statement because I'm not Beast Industries, but I think we're going to easily make a moonshot return on that, 10x. But that's not the reason, okay? So he's the #1 content creator. And now we have substantial call option value on any future consumer service developed by each. Okay, now I want to read what Jeff Hausenbold, their CEO, actually stated. Sorry, I'm going to have to pull this up on my phone. About this investment that we made. And I want you to listen carefully to his words. Okay, what he said was, "We are excited to welcome Tom Lee and BitMine as new investors in Beast Industries, joining our current top-tier venture investors." And we're not a venture investor, we're a strategic corporate. "Their support is a strong validation of our vision, strategy, and growth trajectory, and it provides additional capital to achieve our goal to become the most impactful entertainment brand in the world." Okay, so we're helping them get to their goal. "We look forward to exploring ways to further collaborate," see, that's the word, "and incorporate DeFi into our upcoming financial services platform." So think about this. If you want Ethereum to be part of the future of finance, it kind of makes sense to have a connection to the most important content creator in the world. Okay? So again, if you were angry and you downvoted our investment in Mr. Beast, you're allowed to change your downvote. Okay, so I just want to explain the potential synergy. So you have, okay, someone says the #1 investor for retail investors, okay, me. The #1 holder of Ethereum in the world. Okay, we own more Ethereum than anybody, and it's the future of finance. Plus the #1 content creator in the world. I mean, guys, that's the option value. I mean, that's the moonshot potential, and that's what we just put BitMine on a trajectory for another moonshot beyond just the money we earn from staking. Okay. Now, lastly, if you want to know where we could have potential collaborations, I'll give you some thoughts. For instance, do any of you guys watch Beast Games? Okay. Like, it's huge. It's the #1 show in 80 countries. #1 show in 80 countries. 144 million people watched it in the first 25 days. It's the #1 unscripted show in Prime Video history. 50 million families watched it in the first 25 days. I mean, this is driving Amazon growth. And it broke 67 world records. Well, would it make sense for BitMine to be a sponsor partner with Mr. Beast in one of the episodes? Right? That makes perfect sense. Well, that's what we're going to have synergy from by being their largest corporate strategic investor. And by the way, something that the Mosaics partners and I, Matt from there here, and Shen's missing, but one of the things that was super compelling to us is that the corporate values of Beast Industries. If you're not aware, they are a very philanthropic group. Mr. Beast himself is extremely charitable. Beast Philanthropy has grown into one of the biggest giving engines in the world. Okay, they've raised hundreds of millions of dollars for things like refugees, food, prosthetics, surgeries. It's incredible. So we have corporate values aligned, again, with what I think is the most important content creator in the world. Okay, so hopefully, and I took a lot of time to explain that, you understand this was a smart move. Okay, we're not doing something crazy with shareholder capital. And they're growing, by the way. Look at his follower count is up 30% year over year. I mean, pretty soon, his follower count's going to include like Mars inhabitants because he's going to cover the whole planet, right? After 7 billion, or it'll be like, frozen eggs and stuff. And 41% growth of views. Okay, so that takes us back to our strategy going forward. We have 4 pillars of growth because, again, I don't think as shareholders, you want us to just simply be staking ETH and buying ETH, especially as we get close to 5%. So let me explain to you our 4 pillars of growth. The first is to maximize yield on Ethereum. Okay, so we're going to optimize the staking yield. The Caesar benchmark is 2.8.